Hello everyone, I hope you are doing good. So today in this video, we will learn how to add two vectors using tip to tail rule or parallelogram method. So in this video specifically, I'll be going to talk about tip to tail rule. And if I talk about tip to tail rule, we need to follow some steps. So I have designed 6 different steps through which you can easily understand how you add vectors using tip to tail rule. So step number 1 is you need to have at least two vectors. In my case, let's assume these two vectors are namely vector A and vector B. Now, what do I have to do? I have to select one or first vector among these two vectors, namely vector A and vector B. So let me select vector A as my first vector. Let me copy it and I have pasted vector A as first vector. Of course, when we will be solving past paper question of tip to tail rule, I'll draw vector according to the scale and direction as I have discussed in the previous video. So the second step or third step is, what do I have to do? I just have to join the tip of vector A with the tail of vector B or the second vector. But one thing should be kept in mind, during this process, I cannot change the direction or the magnitude of either vector A or either vector B. So I'll just copy it and paste it in such a way that the tip of vector A should join the tail of vector B. Now, here comes step number 4, and step number 4 is we need to draw resultant, and resultant should always start from the tail of first vector to the tip of last vector, like this. It is always suggested to draw the direction of resultant in the center, because if I draw the direction here, what will happen? The direction or the arrowhead of vector B and the arrowhead of the resultant vector will overlap with each other, and this will cause confusion. So that is why, in order to reduce the confusion, I will draw the direction of vector A in the center, and I will label it as vector R, that is the resultant vector. Now, if you talk about vectors, vectors have at least two things. One, specific direction, and the other, magnitude. If I want to measure the magnitude of this resultant vector, I will measure the length of the vector using a proper ruler, and I will convert that length according to my scale into any vector quantity which is given into the question. Similarly, when I want to find out the direction of this resultant vector, what will I do? I will just place a protector here and measure this direction using protector. That will be the direction of the resultant vector. Now, these were the mechanics of tip to tail rule. If we want to understand this concept more clearly, what do we have to do? We have to apply this whole concept on the past paper so that each and every concept can become concrete. So I have planned a past paper, and this past paper is basically May-June 2014, paper 2-1 and question number 1. So the first part of the question is basically saying that small boat travels with a velocity of 4 meters per second. I always suggest my student to highlight important parts so that they are always in front of you and you cannot miss them. A small boat travels with a velocity of 4 meters per second due to north in a still area of water. Okay, one thing I also suggest my students to draw dummy vectors so that you have a clear idea that which vector needs to be drawn where in which direction. So if he's saying that 4 meters per second towards north, north is upwards. So 4 meters per second towards north, I have drawn a dummy vector, okay, in still water. The question is asking, state what is meant by velocity. So the simplest definition of velocity is the displacement covered per unit time is called velocity, or the rate of displacement okay. Now let's go towards part B of this question. And the part B is saying a boat travels from an area of still water to an area where the velocity of the water is 2 meter per second. So again, I have got one more value, 2 meter per second towards northeast. That means your direction should be in this quadrant, north and east quadrant. As shown in figure 1.1, this is shown in this whole figure is considered as figure 1.1. Okay. So we do have two vectors, 4 meter per second towards north and 2 meter per second toward northeast. So if I make scale according to my given vectors, I suggested you in the previous video that you always start your scale from unity. That is, if 1 centimeter equals to, in my case, I am considering scale as sensible as 0.5 meter per second. Like if 1 centimeter represents 0.5 meters per second, so x centimeter represents, let's say, 4 meter per second. So in order to find out the value of x in terms of centimeters, what will I do? I will just cross multiply them, and the result of cross multiply will be 4 divided by 0.5, which means 8 centimeter. So my 4 meter per second vector will be represented by 8 centimeters on the copy. Similarly, if I want to have the same scale for the second vector, that is the vector of 2 meter per second, so what will I do? I will just replace 4 by 2. And then I will get 4 centimeter. That means I'll draw a vector of 4 centimeter in the direction of northeast. And specifically, if we said northeast, that means the mid of the northeast means north 45 degree east. Like if you travel from north to east, you have to cover 45 degrees if you're traveling from north to east. So since we are following tip to tail rule, but first let me draw a dummy vector, that is 2 meter per second. This is north and this is east. Okay. So if we are following tip to tail rule, I have to select one vector as first vector. Let me select 4 meter per second as first vector. So according to the scale, 4 meter per second will be drawn by 8 centimeters in the direction of north. That means upwards. So I'll draw a vector of 4 meter per second, but first let me bring a ruler. And according to this ruler, four meter per second is represented by 8 centimeters. So 0, 1 centimeter, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I will draw an arrowhead for this vector. Okay. Now, I'll replace this ruler and I will label this vector as 4 meter per second. Now, the second vector should be drawn the way that according to the steps that the tail of second vector should meet the tip of the first vector. And we have to draw second vector as well with your scale or with our scale. So according to my scale, according to my scale, second vector is of 4 centimeters in the direction of north 45 degrees east. So if I want to draw this vector as accurately as possible, what do I have to do? I have to bring a protector. And I'll have to place the cross of the protector over the tip of 4 meter per second. And I will measure 45 degree. So 10, 20, 30, 40, and this is 45. What I will do, I will just put a small point over 45 degrees so that when a scale is placed or ruler is placed, it can be easily placed exactly on 45 degrees angle from northeast. So let me bring a scale or ruler. Now what I do, I'll adjust the ruler according to the direction. Okay, so here we are drawing a vector of 2 meter per second, which is made up of 4 centimeters. So I will draw a vector of 1, a vector of 1, 2, 3, 4. And since it's a vector, I will draw arrowhead. And we will represent this vector as 2 meter per second. Now, what do we have to do? We have to have our final step, that is we need to draw the direction, we need to draw the resultant. And according to the steps which we have already discussed earlier, your what do we say? Resultant should start from the tail of first vector to the tip of last vector, like this. And as I told you, to overcome confusion, what we'll do, we will draw the arrowhead in the center, like this. And I will measure the length of this resultant vector. Okay. So the length in this concept will be 10 centimeter up till now. I have put the point so that I again place a ruler in such a way that the remaining length can be covered. So it's around 12.3 centimeters. The length of this vector is 12.3 centimeters. According to my scale, 1 centimeter was 0.5 meter per second, and 12.3 centimeters is basically x. So what we'll find out, we will just multiply 0.5 by 12.3 according to cross multiplication, and what we will have 6.15 meter per second as the resultant of the magnitude of the resultant vector. So that means 12.3 centimeter is basically 6.15 meter per second. We have found out the magnitude of resultant. Now, if you want to find out the direction, what I will do, I'll just place the protector and I will measure this direction. This is x-axis. And I will measure what? I will measure this direction. So the direction is what we are having. It's basically 60, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78. So we have a direction as 78 degrees with respect to x-axis. So let's just Write down the values. 6.15 meter per second is the final answer of the magnitude of resultant vector, and the direction is 78 degrees with respect to x-axis. So I hope you have understood the concept that how can we exactly add two vectors using tip to tail rule. If you do, then best of luck. Thank you very much. May God bless you. So I hope now you have understood the concept clearly. If you do not forget to like the video and subscribe the channel and push the bell icon so that you don't have to miss any future video. May God bless you. Thank you.